see you smiling, JB. Welcome back. JB's College Hockey Gambling Show. I don't care. I don't know what we're at, actually, because we missed like 2 weeks. 6?
Well, I mean, college hockey season.
Week 6, JB's College Hockey Gambling Show. JB, how are you doing this week? How did you do last week? Let's talk about that.
It's not a good week. 2-4-2.
How about we talk about... No, you know what? I'm going to save it. We're going to talk about it a little later, okay? Place, how are you doing over there in the end?
Great. Excellent. Just got off the podcast.
Go listen.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the lamp, baby. You can't get any better than that. I tell you, we're juiced to be here. New chair behind me. It's white. If Vinny's watching, it's very comfortable. Okay. Should we just jump into it?
Yep.
Let's do it.
JB, we're starting with a team we haven't talked about. Both teams I don't think we've talked at all this year on the Gambling Show. St. Cloud State at Western Michigan. Western Michigan -1.5 over/under set at 6. JB, before I give you my stats, because we were talking a little bit earlier. How are you feeling going into this matchup?
I don't feel good for St. Cloud.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
That's it?
Let's hear some stats first.
Okay, well, St. Cloud comes off their first sweep of the season against Miami, so they played their JV team. Western split with Omaha last week in Omaha. 5-2 win, I believe, on Friday, and then overtime loss on Saturday. Kind of tough. Here's the main stat. SCSU hasn't won in Kalamazoo since 2020. So we're dating back 3 years a little bit.
It's only been like 4 games.
Okay, true. But within the last 12 games, the Mustangs have gone 7-4-1 against the Huskies. Okay, so that's a decent amount of games played. 7-4-1. I'm not gonna say Western owns the Huskies, but they got like a little they rent them out a little bit here and there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like a little rent whatever. Okay. Quays, what do you got for picks down there in the end? We're starting with you.
Yeah.
JB Show, we're starting with you.
This is going to be a close matchup here today, this weekend, up in Michigan, over in Michigan, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go under 6 goals here. I think the goaltending is going to be solid in this one. And then I will also go St. Cloud plus 1.5. I mean, neither team has shown too much power this year. St. Cloud coming off a sweep, Western coming off a split, like Nathan mentioned. Should be a fun one to watch.
Yeah. JB, you hold your horses here. I'm going to give you the last say in this one, just because it's 2 teams we haven't touched yet. You know, it's your show. It's your show. If Western would have played some good teams other than Omaha, because I think Omaha's the best team they've played so far this year, I would have easily taken Western -1.5 based on how the Huskies have kind of fared so far besides this last Saturday. This last Saturday, they played really, really well. So for that reason, I'm going to go with you, Quiz. I like St. Cloud plus 1.5 just because I really don't know how this game's going to go. I think it could be a close one, you know? On the other half, I will take the over just because I feel like St. Cloud has known to give up goals so far this year, some easier ones, but they also can score, and vice versa with Western Michigan. So, JB, how do you feel?
I'm going with Western Michigan on this one.
Okay.
Looking back on the history of the past couple years,
Yeah?
Western Michigan at home has beat St. Cloud pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm also going with the over 6.
Boston's a tough place to play. We all know it. Boston Lunatics, they're a tough crowd. Oompa Loompa, still on the team. Look out. That chirp's coming this weekend. Sorry, Mason. Wait, you picked the over in what?
The over.
Just the over?
And Western Michigan money line.
Money line. Okay, that's what it was. I wasn't sure which way you were going there. Okay, Nick Yang sneeze. Next, Big Ten matchup. Ohio State at Notre Dame. Notre Dame -1.5. Over under set at 5.5. Okay. Good Big Ten matchup. Again, I ask, because remember last week, is this a bait over at 5.5? What happened last week, guys? What happened? We had UNH and Providence 5.5. What did we all do?
Took
The over.
Yeah, how many goals they score?
2.
2. They took 2. They scored 2. JB, is this a bait over?
This is a bait over.
Okay. What are you going here?
I'm taking Dame money line. Haven't seen too much from Dame, but I'm just going to ride with Dame. And I think this is going to be another fake over, taking the under 5.5 for this.
JB, I really like that Ohio struggled last week versus MSU. MSU had their first Big Ten road sweep since 2016 last week against Ohio State in Ohio State. And Dame, I mean, we talked about this in the pod less than half an hour, maybe more than that. I don't care. But I feel like out of these 2 teams, they've had the really only big win of the season against BU. They might have lost like 8-1 the next night, but I don't care. They had that win, 1 win. I'm going to take Dame money line like JB. I'm also taking the under. These two teams I was looking back, they don't really score that many goals in this series, and I'm not falling for the bait again. There's a reason it's low.
I guess so. I mean, DraftKings, they're experts for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the same picks as both of you. Dame money line and the under.
So, well, is this a clean sweep?
Yep.
Lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Lock of the week. That's going to be a thumbnail. Lock of the week. JB locked up behind bars. Okay. You guys, do we stay with another? Oh, no, okay, we'll save that for the end. Okay, I'm sorry. We head out west next. How about that? We'll do that first. Denver going to ASU. Denver minus 1.5. Over under set at 6 this week, guys. Both of these teams 6-1-1. Quays, how do you feel about that one? Talk about us. Give us your hot take.
ASU is actually not that good. They only beat Stonehill by 2 goals combined this last weekend. They really haven't beat any good teams at all. Denver, on the other hand, they're doing good. They had one rough patch against Augustana, but they're also doing pretty decent this year themselves. I'm going to go Denver money line. I mean, I could easily see minus 1.5 hitting as well. I'm going to go with the over 6. Teej in net for Arizona. He's
coming back, baby. Finally.
It's going to be a shootout out there. I'm seeing 6-7 goals from Denver.
What?
Yeah.
Both counting both nights.
Okay. I guess.
Okay, I'll give a couple stats here, Quays. You can change your picks if you want to. It doesn't really go against your picks. Let's just say that. ASU has beaten Denver one time in program history. That's over 10 games. So they've won one, they've tied another one.
Okay.
And of those 10 games, if we drop the ASU win and the tie, Denver has beaten them by average 3.6 goals per night.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, let's just say that it's not a close game. JB, how you feeling out here?
I like Denver minus 1.5. Looking at their previous matchups, when Denver wins,
Yeah.
it's by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also taking the over 6 for this game too. Arizona are not them.
JB, we might have read out the same book because I'm also taking Denver minus 1.5. I'm gonna lay the line. I mean, like Quay said, Stonehill. If you ain't taking them to Bonehill, you ain't doing it right. And Denver almost averages 5 goals per game so far this year. I'm taking the over 6 here too. I mean, it's not an auto lock, but it's getting there. It's like a semi-automatic lock. How about that? If you know what I mean, we'll take it as that. How about that? Does that sound good?
Sure.
It's JB show. Next, another Big Ten matchup. We ended here. Penn State at Michigan State. Michigan State minus 1.5. Over under. Again, 6. JB, is it just? I was talking to Ryan about this earlier. Is there more and more lines getting set at 6 here for the over under? Because I feel like the first year we did this, it was 5.5 a lot.
It's 5.5, 4.5.
What happened?
Goaltending sucks.
Okay, that's it. Goaltending sucks across the league.
I guess so.
And we ain't raising any goaltenders anymore. Bring back that goaltending family. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
Okay. MSU, Quays, we haven't seen them have this good a start since we've been following college hockey. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is indeed correct. They've been at the bottom of the pile at the Big Ten. Good to see them doing some good stuff.
Yes, like I already mentioned, they had their first road sweep of a Big Ten opponent since 2016. And on the other side, we have Penn State, who really should not be ranked at all. They've lost to AIC and Alaska Anchorage, I believe both at home, which is just embarrassing if you're part of that program. I'm sorry. Go back to your club team days because that's where you deserve right now, Hockey Valley. You guys suck. Stick the football in your whiteout shit. JB, our last pick. Instead of ending with you, we're going to start with you here. How do you feel about this game?
I like Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't?
I think they're gonna pound Penn State. Taking Michigan State money line though.
Okay.
I'm also taking the over 6 for this game. I like the over. I love the overs.
You do. Quays?
I have the same picks as JB. I think you looked at my phone before this.
I think you've been looking all over phone.
Michigan State money line here. Should be a pretty easy lock there. I think it's going to be a close game, though. A little high scoring. I'm thinking maybe like a 4-3 matchup here. Take the over.
The only thing I see different than you guys in this one, I think this is an easy MSU minus 1.5. I think it's easy auto lock 2+ goal win here. This is my bet the house on, bet the family on, bet your mortgage on this game minus 1.5 Michigan State. I mean, look at how they dominated Ohio last week. It was 6-0 and then 6-4.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Money cash flying up right here. Also, taking the over as well. I think I could see this being a minimum 6-goal game, which we push, but I can't see it be less. I'm thinking like 4-2, 5-2. Something in there. Yeah?
I guess so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, JB, anything to end us on here?
Let's make some money this weekend. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Ah, good one.